All right. Ubisoft has reportedly discussed IP sales with Microsoft, EA, and others. Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, The Division, Rayman Company has allegedly had discussions with other publishers regarding potential divestment, and it begins. The Assassin's Creed's not even out yet. It's not even out yet. Ubisoft has been in an unpredictable, rough physical period over the last couple of years, and with things seemingly going from bad to worse, the company has reportedly continued exploring a variety of options as it seeks a way out. Interestingly enough, one of those options seems to be selling some of its major IPs to other players, to other major players in the industry, as that is per an IGN report, which cites Juraj Krupa. Okay, you're the weenie. All right. Hedge funds of AJ Investments, which owns the majority stake of Ubisoft, who claims the company has had some discussions with like some of Microsoft, EA, and others regarding potential IP sales, discussions that it did not inform shareholders or the public about. So the Krupa person claims, "You're the weenie." In the statement to IGN, Ubisoft said that is considering various transformational, Jesus Christ, strategic and capitalistic options that is extract the best value from Ubisoft assets and franchises for all stakeholders. As we mentioned during the Q3 sales, the review of various transformational, strategic, and capitalistic options is ongoing. The company says the board has established an ad hoc independent committee to oversee this formal and competitive process so as to extract the best value from Ubisoft assets, franchises for all stakeholders. Ubisoft will inform the market in accordance with applicable regulations once a transaction has materialized. Ubisoft treasure trove of IP will have the eyeballs of many of the industry on it. The company owns properties such as Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, Rayman, and of course the entire Tom Clancy license, among others. All which would attract plenty interest in this scenario of sales. Goddamn. So if they're planning, I don't think they'll get rid of Assassin's Creed. I don't think they will sell Assassin's Creed. That would be shocking. But I feel like they could probably share some of Assassin's Creed, maybe with Microsoft. Because Microsoft, they kind of promote Assassin's Creed a lot. They should just give Just Dance to Nintendo because Just Dance only sells well on the Switch. Let's just be honest. It only sells well on the Switch. Just give that brand to Nintendo. It's very family focused. Let Nintendo handle it. If you want, give that brand a Nintendo. But I'm wondering if they will, if they could like be like, hey, you could be half owner of this. You could be half owner on this type of thing. You know. I wonder if they are able to do that. The Microsoft and Assassin's Creed have been going hand in hand a lot. In fact, it was even at their showcase they showed Assassin's Creed. So maybe that could be something that maybe Microsoft steps in for Assassin's Creed. EA, I don't see EA buying anything. And I think another thing they won't get rid of as well is the Rainbow Six Siege as well. They just made an announcement for it today. It's Rainbow Six Siege X, something like that. Yeah, Ubisoft announced Rainbow Six Siege X, the biggest game evolution. 6v6 mode, visual enhancements, free to play access. More to come June 10th. They just made like a big investment onto that. So I feel like Siege is off the table. That doesn't mean the other Tom Clancy series wouldn't be like the what's the one with the green goggles called again? Splinter Cell. Maybe that could go to like a Microsoft type of thing. But then like how Microsoft is now these days, their games will still go everywhere. You know, yeah, it's a free to play game, their Siege game, so it will kind of have more people playing their game. It was like a visual upgrade. So SB, stop. Because like how Siege has been out for a very, very long time, and if this is like a visual upgrade and everything, and they want to make this game further go along as well, they might as well just make it free to play for a lot of people to try it out and just update it through that time. You know, because Siege has been on everything except for the like Nintendo systems. So I don't know, it'll be interesting to see who who they will sell to and what they will sell to as well. Like the only way I can see, like if you're giving Assassin's Creed over to Microsoft, like I part of me just wonder if they could be like part owners of these things as well, you know? So be like, hey, you want to be part owner of Assassin's Creed? You know, are these options on the table? But like I said, like I guess they're just getting their cards ready in case they're probably getting the cards ready just in case Assassin's Creed doesn't sell well. Maybe they're hearing like rumblings of like, hey, what's your feeling on the game so far? Huh? You know, type of thing. Would you just not have Microsoft be a publisher? I just got back. No. So this is for this is for Ubisoft. There's been reports of them discussing IP sales. So I was saying maybe you could like team up with like Microsoft and be like, hey, we'll give you part ownership of like some of our IPs because their games are going to be going everywhere regardless, you know? So their games are going to be on everything regardless. That's like Assassin's Creed, not Assassin's Creed, what's it called? Indiana Jones is coming out soon. And then also Forza. Would you get off? So Katler, she's like, I'm going to stand on your cord because I know it makes you mad. I'm going to stand on your cord because I know it makes you mad, but the cord she's standing on is the cord that goes to the video card. And I don't want her pressing down on it because next thing you know, you might mess up the card. So goddamn cat. Because ever since the computer I updated, the computer's a little bit bigger. So she's like, well, where am I supposed to go on my thing? Well, she's grumpy. I think she wants food, but can't be asking food for this way. Anyway, so Greek, what do you think about this? Like, I think for me, they're just getting their cards ready in case Assassin's Creed doesn't take off. They announced Siege is going to be free to play. They announced that today. Siege is going free to play with Rainbow Six Siege X coming out June 10th, visual upgrades and such. Back check. How dare you say that? How dare you say it sounds like combination of Siege and X-Defiant? How dare you say that? Okay, X-Defiant's still around and then soon's gonna be gone soon. I mean, like, I don't know, Ubisoft, like, they had to let their games like take their time to let them like develop and cook the game. A lot like they've been caught with like taking a lot of shortcuts, and this is why they're in this situation, honestly. So which is why, you know, when they like, hey, we're gonna delay Assassin's Creed, I was okay with that, you know. But now we're gonna see the thing is, they just, even after that though, they were getting a lot of backlash. You know, quite frankly, Ubi doesn't have an IP worth owning. I think Assassin's Creed is one. I think the Assassin's Creed series is one you could own, even though this one got off to a very rough start with first being delayed and then the cultural incorrections. Yes, that's the best way to say it. The cultural incorrections as well. And then, you know, the other part, that's just people complaining, but, you know, with the whole Yusuke situation. But, you know, I feel like with the whole Ubisoft, the Assassin's Creed series has been like an important one for them, that or one that people are like, oh yeah, I've heard of this. You know, they even have an Assassin's Creed movie, even though the movie's bad and all. You know, if you buy Assassin's Creed, you need to reinvent their entire gameplay. They just need to keep it back to basics. That's how the other games were. You know, it gets too complicated with like, oh, everyone has a Spartan kick and everything. You can do that. Like, it became less of a. You know what it is? They don't connect it back to what it was, where you were in the present time and you're this character going back using his ancestors' stories. Now it's just like, oh, we're just going back. Why are we going back for? You know, like, who's this connected to? And I think now with that whole animus thing that they mentioned, that's what they're trying to do now. But the things that we were asking for, it might be too late. It might be too late. You know, does anyone care about present day story? But like, why are we going back in time to visit someone in the Viking era? You know, I think it just makes it gave a reason why we were going back to go and do it. You know, like the whole thing with Desmond was like, that was really cool and everything to see. If you drop the pretense, you don't need a reason. Why are they assassins then? Like, why is it an Assassin's Creed game? It's just using the Assassin's Creed title without it being connected. You know, people love lore. People love timelines and be like, well, where does this one go in the timeline? Which now that's what they're doing with the whole animus thing. So you asked the question before. Hold on, where'd it go? Does anyone care about the present? Nope, that wasn't the question. Where'd it go? Yeah, nope. Nice and big. Let me ask you why the game design hasn't changed in 10 years. For which game is that? X-Defiant? I mean, it's not X-Fan, Siege or Assassin's Creed? Creed? From, and I guess in terms of like, oh, hide and sneak around and stab this person in the back of the head and everything, because they know what works. But it sells. But it was the story that was carrying the game, though. We all know this person's climbing up the mountain, climbing up a building and jumping off, landing in a haystack and everything. But it was the story that carries. Like, who's chomping at the bit to buy a pretty mediocre open world follow person simulator? Person simulator. Like, the games weren't like 60 off. Like, okay, when they did Mirage, I actually liked Mirage, and like Mirage went back to the basics where it was like a 20-hour game doing the same thing, but and like the story was pretty neat, especially how they kind of tied the story back, like how the story is tied to the main line. Because I was like, why are we playing this guy when we all know what he did in Valhalla, and then we figure out how like what had happened and everything. So the story was like, we all know, like, you're parrying, you're slapping around, and then you're jumping over, or you're hiding in a bush and you're stabbing this guy and everything. So Greek Tuesday, I will love to see what you think about Assassin's Creed Shadows. But you don't even do that anymore because it's RPG system. What do you mean? You do. You still parry and stab people and hide and everything. It's not an RPG system. You hide in the bush to stab someone, but they don't die because they're level 20. Oh, that crap, you mean? Yeah, if someone's a higher level than you, and then you can't assassinate them, but you take like a chunk of their life down. Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, I just figured that's like difficulty level. They don't want you, because since it's an open world. So what, do you want more of like a streamlined type of scenario? Because that's not what Assassin's Creed was, though. Was it more streamlined? No, I don't remember. There's been so many of them. Was it just like objective to objective? Like what would you want from Assassin's Creed? And just keep walking. I feel like from a really interesting, the story aren't helping. But then why is it selling so much? Why did Valhalla sell so much? Was it because the whole Viking? Is it more of a Viking thing? Why did Odyssey sell so well? Why did Origins was like the rebirth of Assassin's Creed, visually and story-wise as well? Like, why did all those sell so much? Assassin's Creed Valhalla had 2 seasons, two season passes. The first time in history. Every game got 1 season pass. This one got 2. Don't ask me that. And what's shocking to me is that Valhalla sold 20 million. Assassin's Creed Valhalla sold 20 million. Odyssey sold 10. Origins sold 10 million. By the way, these are millions. While Mirage sold 5, which I feel like for Mirage, it's a smaller game. 5 is okay. Valhalla made over $1 billion. How is this company in trouble? What is going on here? Valhalla wasn't even that long ago. How is this company in trouble? You sold $1 billion? How much did the game cost to make? That I can't tell you. 5. Okay, here we go. 5 AAA games and their budget. How much was spent and how much was made? How much was it worth? Find out. Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Budget, not concretely stated, but Odyssey was reportedly around 500 million. This article doesn't help me out. This article is already crashing. But so if Odyssey was 500 million, how much did they sell? They did 10 million sales, 10 million plus sales. But Valhalla did 20 million. That was it made over $1 billion. I was like struggling that sentence there. Let's just say Valhalla was the same amount, so 500,000. Yeah. Cyberpunk's budget was 316 million. It's made 506. That is insane. It made 563 million. So imagine they didn't even break even. I paid $20 for it. And that's another thing like Ubisoft hurt their own brand. I think people like their games, but then they're just tired of Ubisoft, like the whole, I guess, let's just call it Ubisoftism. Like their games will have, like, here's this game, like you're playing Assassin's Creed, and then they'll have like skins for you to buy. Why am I buying different skins for $5? You know, it has like little transactions in there. Why are you in there? And then obviously, I mean, everyone does the buy this version, you get 3 days. People are doing that. Every company does. Even Kojima's doing that with his Death Stranding game. You get it 5 days earlier, some madness like that. And then another one is another Assassin's Creed-ism is as soon as you buy the game, people are like, right away, people will say, oh man, I really can't wait to play this game. I'll just wait 2 weeks. It'll be $20. Then they undersell their games so quickly. How many, like, For example, Greek right there. I paid $20 for Odyssey. There's so many times. And the thing is, the irony about it, Greek, their game will come out like in, let's just say their game comes in October. By November, which is Black Friday sale, the game will go on sale for exactly my eyes. Exactly. The game will go on sale for $20. My eyes, exactly, Chi. So like a lot of these games, like the Assassin's Creed game will come out in like October. And then by like late November, the game's on sale. Someone just had to wait. Like, I'll just wait 2 weeks. The game will be on sale. No problem. Black Friday sale. And then the holiday sale again. They'll do it again and everything. I paid $40 for Prince of Persia last like 2 months. 2 months later. There you go. So I feel like Prince of Persia should have been cheaper in price. The game was like what, 60? 70? What are they doing? The game now is $30. It's $54.99. Thank you, Kai. Thank you. Appreciate it. It's $54.99. You sure you paid $40 for it? It's half off right now. Thank you for the birthday wishes. I appreciate it. It's half off right now. Oh, eBay. Okay. eBay. No, EB. It's not eBay. It's an EB sale. Yeah. Yeah, so half off now, digital, $54.99. The complete edition is $64.99. Yeah, you got ripped off, dude. They played you like a piano. You should have just got a digital. But once again, look, half off, $30 for a great game right here. In fact, I think older games are on sale now, right? Yeah. Oh, it's a spring sale going on. Watch Dogs 2, $8. One of the best games ever made. I will die on that hill. I don't care. Gold edition, it was $100. It's $10. One of the best games ever. That's probably like, I think they peaked here, man. With Watch Dogs 2, Jesus Christ, this game was good.